Hi, it's Dr. Andrea here. Welcome to Sensual Vitality-TV, where we invite you to tune in and turn on. Please note that this show is for mature audiences only, so please watch responsibly. You may want to put in earphones before we get heavy into the episodes. You can also listen to each episode as a podcast on iTunes or the Android podcast players. Today, I have a question for you. Do you deny yourself pleasure? Be honest. You know, I feel that we women, we all deserve to feel good in our own bodies. We deserve pleasure and fulfillment. And the prescription to get us there is really quite simple. Over the years, I've discovered that there are a lot of women out there that complain about being unhappy in their relationships or at work or even as their role as parents. They feel like they're missing something. And no matter how much they work at being good or accomplishing great stuff or taking care of others, they still don't feel fulfilled. And when it comes to the intimate side of life, especially in the sex department, so many women tell me that they just don't enjoy sex. Even though they explain that their partner was really loving and attentive and actually had great lovemaking skills. Now, over the years, I've noticed that not everyone has the same problem, but when I started to dig deeper into the mindset that some of these women shared, a surprising thing appeared. They didn't actually believe they deserved pleasure. Either they felt they needed to earn it with good behavior or being beautiful, or that it was given as a reward for some mysterious action that they could never understand. Does any of this sound familiar to you? When it comes to orgasm, for example, we have to accept and surrender to pleasure in order to reach the heights of ecstasy. Denying yourself pleasure won't get you to heaven. My research and professional experience has led me to create programs to help women learn to love themselves, flaws and all. It's something that I also had to learn over the years, and I've become pretty good at it most of the time. I also taught an applied positive psychology course at the University of Monaco, and I gave a TEDx on the topic of Become Who You Really Are. So all of these things have been bundled up into programs, including a free audio and ebook called How to Liberate and Love Your Authentic Self, which is based on all of the programs that I teach live around the world in workshops. So you can get your free copy right here. This fall, I'm releasing a new book, retreat, and online course based on my new book, The Orgasm Prescription for Women. Currently, I'm teaching a mindfulness and yoga sensuality enrichment program. I provide mentoring and coaching to VIP clients in Monaco, and I lead workshops around the world to help women really get these concepts deep into their hearts, soul, body, and mind. But still, there are so many women around the world who are not hearing these important messages of how perfect you really are, just as you are. And there are so many women who still find it hard to fully embrace their femininity with boldness and confidence. There are women who are denying themselves pleasure and the fulfillment that comes from being in a healthy, intimate relationship because they still haven't claimed their right to pleasure and joy. And there are just too many women that are denying themselves the pleasure that comes from being a truly alive and vibrant woman. And I don't want that for you, which is why we've put this place together. So what are the limiting beliefs that are holding us back? Well, some women think that they're abnormal or they're broken if they don't have the exact same desires or achieve pleasure as other women do. Some women don't even like their body because it looks different than other women or what they see in the media. Some women feel inhibited by their religion, their beliefs, or their body image. Some women find it hard to achieve orgasm through sexual intercourse alone, and some women expect their partner to give them an orgasm. Many women limit their sensuality just to sex, and I wonder how many of these apply to you. So how do we accept and surrender to more pleasure? Well, first things first, if you find that any of those limiting beliefs are rattling around in your mind, then it's time to replace them. So now is the time to affirm your right to pleasure for the mere fact of just being alive. So, step one, ask yourself, if any of those beliefs are there, ask yourself, is this true for me now? It may have been true in your past. Some of those beliefs may have helped you to survive whatever, challenges you've been going through. But ask yourself, is this true for me right now? Step number 2 is ask yourself, what belief is equally or even more true about me and pleasure? What other belief could replace those old, outdated, and worn-out beliefs? Step number 3 is to commit to seek out ways to bring more pleasure to yourself. So, what does that mean? Here are some specific ways that you can enhance your sensual fulfillment and sexual enjoyment. First, treat yourself to a spa day, just because, and really enjoy it. Take the time to fully enjoy a hot bath, a cup of tea, or quiet time in your garden. Allow yourself to be fully present and in the moment with your partner, as if for the first time. Tune into your bodily sensations rather than numbing yourself about how you feel physically. Next, let go of any mental chatter or worry. Just let it go. Allow it to flow away. You can always tell yourself you can pick it up later, but get in the habit of letting it go and allowing yourself to let it go. Next, accept and trust that your partner really does find you sexy, just as you are. So many women tell me that they don't believe their partners, but the reality is there's so many available women out there. If your guy or gal is telling you that they love you for you and they appreciate you and they're staying, chances are they like what you've got. So it might be a stretch, but I want you to just accept it. If there's a compliment, accept it. I was terrible at that. I always was saying, yeah, but I'm not as pretty as, or today I look at, or I've got these zits, but just accept that in your beloved's eyes, you are exactly what they need right now. Next, see what would happen if you approached sex as a sacred or even spiritual event. Imagine that sex is good for your soul. And anytime guilt or that funny feeling that you're being too indulgent creeps in, I want you to affirm your right to pleasure by saying, I am a divine being with my own right to joy and fulfillment. Now, with practice, over time, it will become easier and easier for you to enjoy pleasure in all of its forms. In the coming episodes of Sensual Vitality TV, we will address these topics and many, many more. And I will also be calling on you, our audience, to share your orgasm stories, share your sexual fantasies, and even erotic fiction or poems. So, submit your questions to me and the experts if you'd like, and most importantly, please join the Sensual Vitality Entourage, a women-only community of support. Join us at sensualvitality.tv or facebook.com/SVitalityTV. You can send your questions to askdra@sensualvitality.tv. So, I thank you so much for being here. I look forward to helping you to tune in and turn on so that you live orgasmically with sensual vitality. Ciao. Be sure to visit sensualvitality.tv and subscribe to our free newsletter. You'll get access to meditations, free ebooks, and special reports that I only share with the Sensual Vitality Entourage.